you.
What's up, Sherelle?
Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm so sorry I'm late. I don't know what just happened, but me and Perry at the last minute could not get the thumbnail to upload. That is so weird. Isn't it
Yeah,
weird?
yeah. Hopefully we can fix it. I don't know what's going on,
So I just
but
had to put a substitute up and maybe we can get that fixed. It's really
yeah.
weird.
But
Because
what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? And please, hey, when you come in the video, it help the video out if you can give it a like, early than after the video.
all right, you guys. We got a pretty good show planned for you today. I'm hearing echoes. Child, Monday morning. What a crazy morning it is. So today we're going to talk about Atlanta last night. And we're going to talk about what happened at the reunions, the rumors out there about the reunions. This is good. And then we're going to talk about Nene and Carlos King. He finally admitted that he's going to be working with Nene Leakes. This is going to be good. This will be good, really, really good. Because I think that he should hire Nene and Kim. We'll talk about it later. And then we're going to talk about Chrisean Rock. Do you hear echo, Perry?
No, I don't.
Okay. Yeah. And I don't know. I might get to Kenya later. Let's start out with the Real Housewives of Atlanta show last night. I keep hearing an echo.
Is
You
your
don't hear
speaker too
anything?
loud? Is your speaker too
Let me
loud?
try. Hold on. Can you hear me?
I can.
Whew.
Maybe that could have fixed it.
Yeah, so I did hear an echo. Thank you, Queen B More. Anyway, let's talk about what's going on behind the scenes with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, last night, the Real Housewives of Atlanta was pretty good. It was one of the only shows I enjoyed in the whole season. I thought it was pretty good. I also think it proves that the girls can hold their own without Candy. This is really weird. Let's talk about what's going on with Candy Burris. Well, we know what's going on.
I thought the show was. You know what? I mean, like, it was better than the ones we had for the last 3 weeks. But what does that mean? Nothing. That show last night still wasn't nothing but the same old group of women without Candy, just sitting there trying to dig up the past. Oh, your arrest back in '92, this and that, like old stuff, is still not becoming. It sucks. Neither one of them truly have a story.
Yeah.
To me, like neither one. Drew's
Yeah.
just a liar.
Well, listen. So I don't know if you remember this, but at the early of the season, I told you that the plan was all the women were going to turn their back on Candy, and especially Marlo and Sheree. Now, yeah, I should have known that there was bad news. I think Opinion sent me this a couple days ago with the seating arrangements for Candy, and Candy was in the fire seat. We all know what the fire seat is. For some reason, Bravo likes to put you in order at the reunion as to how he felt you did during the season. And so I was shocked to see Sheree next to him and Drew. Like, Drew. But anyway, so let's talk about the rumors that's going around about. So it's been going around for a long time that Candy was going to be out. And I think she knows it. Oh, thank you, Schmoopy. I forgot my banner again. There, wrong banner. Here we go. There you go. Thank you, Schmoopy. Thank you. But it was planned from the beginning for the women to band together against Candy. And the rumor was that Kenya was supposed to be against her too. But during the season, it looked like that she was with her. I'm going to play you some clips. So I guess during the reunion, they all attacked Candy. There's no need to really attack Candy because she was on her way out anyway, just for a couple of reasons. The money, that's the main reason. Right. But I was so allegedly this was Marlo's plan at the beginning of the season, but I'm shocked to find out that now Sheree is going to be the head of the show. Do you think she's
Well,
strong enough to be the head?
no, I mean, for real, at this point, I don't think neither one of them is. I think, and people who hype up Kenya, they say, "Oh, Kenya is the next GOAT." Kenya is tired. She need to retire. Look, she
Perry,
ain't just
you're turning your back on Kenya now,
no,
really?
no. I'm saying, look, she ain't got the fire she used to have. She had to buckle down and be Candy's assistant this whole season. Look, I'm used to you bringing it.
I can't
If
with
you're not gonna
Perry.
talk about Mark and the divorce, and
Oh yeah.
you're gonna use your daughter for your storyline, and not saying the other women has a storyline. The rest of them, neither one of them truly have a storyline
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
me.
but you used
That's
to
interesting.
love Kenya. I mean, Perry, is there anybody you won't turn on?
When it's time to go, it's time to go. And
You
that's where
called
I'm
her
at.
Candy's assistant.
Basically, that's what she is. I mean, really, Kenya can stand up to Candy. She can't, but she figured Candy is the breadwinner on the show. Let me get under her wing. Just trying to save $1 so she can give it to Mark, allegedly.
You are
Over the divorce.
messy. What the hell is wrong with Perry, y'all? What is wrong with Perry? Anyway, let me talk about this reunion really quickly, and then we'll talk about last night's show because I thought the show was good last night. You are absolutely right. These are recycled storyline. I don't give a damn if Drew kissed Latoya, Candy. I don't care who you kiss. That's another thing too. I don't care about what you do in your bedroom.
Right.
I don't like those kind of storylines. I like leave it behind closed door. I don't like it. But anyway, so
I mean, Candy got upset about it, and I think Candy got upset because she's looking at Drew and she's really pissed. Like, look, D, you need to come clean because I ain't the only one kissing women.
Perry, something is so wrong with you. It's not even funny.
I mean, because the argument shouldn't have went that way. What the whole thing is, and I see Candy saying, "No, I seen what I seen." Okay, I get it. Let's move on. She ain't
Yeah.
did nothing that that you don't allegedly do in a dungeon. So, she's a liar.
What is happening to you? God damn. Why are you calling Candy a liar?
No. I'm saying no. Candy's not a
Drew.
liar. Drew is a liar.
Yeah,
I'm
Drew's a
saying,
liar.
You know
Yeah.
she's a liar. Why waste your time? And don't you got a flight to catch?
How do you go from being a liar to being a strong storyline where you get to sit next to Andy Cohen? I guess they're going to talk about this damn divorce. Also, you could tell last night that they went back and reshot some scenes. Remember, because they're trying to bring in Drew's storyline. This season has been very, very weak. I don't think they should try to restructure the show, but it's still. They know some changes need to be made. I think getting rid of Candy is a good decision. But let me talk about Candy for a minute. So I guess during the reunion, all the girls came for her Candy. They don't like her. And I'm thinking maybe when you're the leader or the head of the show, people are going to come for you anyway, just because that's what they do. They want to cut off the head, I think. But Candy did some really, I'm glad that they're getting rid of her. She did some things that were just uncalled for. Hiring troll farms, you're ruining the integrity of the show. You don't need a troll farm. She allegedly hired a troll farm. First, it was to say bad things in other people's chats, and then allegedly it's to say good things about you. Either they like you or they don't. She's too manipulative for me.
Yeah.
She ended up having the same reputation that Nene had. You gotta watch how you act when you are the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get bitter. Don't start going after people. I mean, Candy allegedly doesn't like me, allegedly doesn't like Jason Lee. The shit that she was doing is so uncalled for. Going after bloggers just because they said something bad about you because we thought you were boring. Girl, I don't know what you were trying to accomplish by that, but it just shows what kind of person you are on the inside. She's terrible. She's very terrible. And at the end, she doesn't have a storyline. I don't think we've seen Todd all but maybe 2 or 3 times this season.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Which she's gaining enemies behind the scenes, and they're all hooking up. Demanding that Carlos be fired. You don't go after anybody's job. There's a difference between somebody saying you're boring and I want you to not make a living anymore. There's a big, big, big difference. And she's got some pretty big enemies on that don't like her. I think her biggest problem now is going to be Nene teaming up with Carlos King. And then the way she did Phaedra. Like, Candy's just a terrible person. It's one thing to be the villain of the show. It's another thing to really go after people in real life. I don't know what your problem is. Like, she acts like her mother. Her mom's kind of mean too. They're just mean people
Candy
and holding grudges.
She got used to being on top. Okay, let's keep it real. The highest paid, all that stuff. She started to scramble and do desperate measures when she's seen her castle collapsing. Right?
Maybe
her empire coming down as far as being on the show.
You just can't treat people any old kind of way. You got to watch it when you're on top. I get it. Everybody comes for you. You're a target. But she just had some characteristics that, now nobody wants to work with her. But Sheree, how do you think she'll do good? Like Sheree? No. I thought it would be Barlow, but it's Sheree.
If anything, it used to be, I thought Kenya could do it. But Kenya, have age, get to that point where she needs to retire. When she buckled down, had to be under Candy's. No, I'm just keeping it real. I'm gonna tell you something. Kenya fans won't tell you. Okay,
Harry,
Kenya used to have the fire. Now she just full of excuses. All these.
Sure. What is wrong? Okay, all right. That's how you feel. We're all entitled to our opinion. I don't get it. Well, I don't get it. But okay.
I don't think neither woman can carry the show at this point, like as a lead.
Yeah.
And it's bad. Neither one of them have anything. Drew's the biggest liar out there. Kenya don't lost what she had. I mean, Mark don't took more than alimony. He taking her soul.
Listen what Sebastian says. I start disliking Candy when I started seeing bloggers as her mods in her lives. What? She really did the most. I didn't know this. I don't watch her show. Also, I think her show, what's it called? Speak on it, is unnecessary and ruins the integrity of the show, because every time after the show is done, she runs to her social media to explain why she did what she did or who she didn't like. And that's too much. Just let the public be. That's Candy's problem. She wouldn't let the public be the decision makers of what we thought of the show. She wanted everybody to like it so bad, so she did all of this stuff, this plotting and evil-handed stuff, just so people would like the show. But it has to come natural.
Right. But
you can't take people to Disneyland to make them your friends. It has to be natural. And she was really trying to manufacture storylines that it was so unnecessary. And when you resort to troll farms like Lisa Rinna, you gotta go. You gotta go.
She's so used to everything she touched turn to gold. And she should change that name from Speak on it to Lie on it. I'm just keeping it real. Like, and this ain't, I mean, neither one of those women.
Harry's in a mood today.
Look, if I was running the show, somebody got to go. Because neither one of them is a shining star to me. Neither one. So if you got a whole bunch of stars, neither one of them shining, you get rid of the highest paid. Candy, bam.
Yeah, it just makes more sense to get rid of Candy. But I guess the women really went after her. They said she held her own, but they're also are going to refuse to shoot scenes with her if she comes back. But the word is she's not coming back. It's a done deal pretty much for Candy. I mean, I liked her in the beginning, but we got to freshen up this show and just move forward. And I don't know about getting rid of Kenya Perry, but maybe
no. Get rid of her ass too.
Perry.
No. I'm saying, look, when you got a tired dog, let him rest. Kenya don't have it no more.
Perry.
I mean, Courtney got in the ass last night.
Well, you are messy.
The old Kenya, Courtney would have ran her ass out the restaurant. She don't have it no more.
Well, let me get past the reunion, the things that they're saying that they did. And I guess Candy went after Marlo kind of hard. I'm even tired of these two arguing, to be quite honest. Candy went after Marlo really hard. I guess Marlo came out this morning trying to defend herself. Candy says that Marlo was jealous of her. Child, I'm tired of these two arguing. I really am. I
And that could
mean,
be a fact, though. I mean, because people gonna get jealous if the person the highest paid.
you
You
think
know,
you think
I'm saying, that part could be true. Marlo could have some jealousy there. You know what I'm saying? Like how somebody else
Marlo's
gets
jealous of
bigger.
Candy. They listen. This argument between Candy and this going back and forth between Candy and Marlo has gotten so old to me. I just
Right.
block it out.
Oh,
It's
I feel
like,
you. Yeah, it's nothing. It's like them
yeah,
just
like I don't
repeating the
care
same
anymore.
lines over and over again. Let
Yeah,
it go.
I wanted to see something new from Atlanta, not all of the same old arguing. Just like Teresa and Melissa, I'm tired of them arguing. And with all fairness, if I am being honest, I don't like them using the troll farms. Teresa, you got caught using the troll farms. You should be fired. I'm sorry. You got to have it standard all the way across the board. But I guess Marlo went on her social media responding to Candy at the reunion saying that she's jealous of her. Yeah, let's just take a listen.
Ever been jealous of no one who does not have a vacation home, who don't own a yacht. It's so funny, y'all, because it'd be so funny when people are like, you jealous of me, girl? I want a soft life. I can't be jealous of you. Jealous of what? Where's your vacation home? What countries do you travel to? I mean, the math is not mathing. I'm so confused. Though I'd be confused with these girls for real. I'd be quiet because y'all know I go real Florida. When I go Florida, I'd be like, oh, Marlo, she's just so below the belt. So I've just been quiet. But I want people to know, for the ones who be thinking I'm jealous of, whoever thinks I'm jealous of them, the math is not mathing. Like, you work so hard and I don't see nothing I want that you have. I love a luxury lifestyle. I really do. I really do. I like a soft lifestyle. You know, I've already had a hard life.
I wish the women stop feuding with each other. So
Yeah.
and go back to the storyline. Let's just be a team. Let's help everybody solve their own problems. This
Right.
arguing is really getting on my nerve. Even though last night I thought the episode was better than the entire season. I didn't like the whole Drew thing. That's last year's storyline. Who gives a damn? You
Mhm.
kiss women, so what? You're bisexual, so what? That's really a story.
Right.
They're
Right.
really
Right.
trying to make that a storyline.
Right. I think that these women go on these shows now and got to this point where, hey, we can make this money without showing our real lives, right?
Mm-hmm,
Like,
mm-hmm.
and most of them don't even have the courage to show their real life, like the real things that's happening. Like, uh, Kenya can talk about her lease that went bad. She put too many miles on the lease and she got to pay Mark. She could talk about that. We could talk about maybe how many times is Todd really going out to the strip club. We can talk about a lot of things. Why Ralph really
Okay,
leaving
Barry,
your ass.
you're on one today. You need to stop.
No, I'm
Well,
saying
I
like
mean,
real life stuff that you would watch.
yeah.
Only one, the one girl's pregnant now. Okay, all right. That's women get pregnant every day.
Because it would have been nice, okay, if Kenya can't take the cameras in the courtroom, talk about it. What's going on? Show us how you feel about the divorce with Mark. She came out this weekend and did an interview with Angela Yee, which she gave more details in that interview than we have gotten in a long time. She says that Mark didn't want what's her daughter's name, Brooklyn, on the show, but now that he's going to be on a reality show, child, who gonna watch Mark now that he gonna be on a reality TV show? He wants Brooklyn on the to do it now, but they have to approve each other storylines. This is getting
What kind of
ridiculous.
show he gonna be on? Some other girl picked him up.
She didn't name the show. She said that he's going to be on a reality TV show now.
Probably using some other female.
And you're right. The whole thing has just turned into work for these ladies. Nobody's showing their real life. One ain't better than the other. But I'm glad Candy's going to be gone. And you can call it what you want. It got really personal with me and Candy. She's a mean person. She acts like her mother. they don't let things go. They are, Candy just kept trying to control the narrative. And when you get to the point that a blogger can't review the show that the way they want to review it, so we started not liking her. Like some of the people's like, if you don't kiss her ass, she gonna hate you and then go after you. Going after somebody because you said that your ass is boring is really twisted and demented. Because you got real shit in your life that you do not talk about.
Yeah.
All that, them parties and shit, like it's crazy. But she done made enemies with some of the producers. They don't like her anymore. So it's a wrap for Candy. Like, girl, bye. You just turned to a mean person. Damn a storyline. She was all about who I can get behind the scenes. If you say something about me, I'm gonna get you back. First of all, like people are allowed to think what they want to think. All this get back is just ridiculous. It's really ridiculous, but that's a wrap. I don't know about Kenya Perry. Maybe.
I'm telling you, Sherelle, I mean, you just don't see it now because you're looking at Candy. Her assistant is tired also. She needs a rest.
But here, let's talk about Carlos really quick. So we kind of knew that he was schmoozing Nene. And when he interviewed her, it was just obvious that the writing was on the wall, that these two are going to be working together. So let's see here. He finally came out and alluded to it. You know what? Let me tell you something. The true winner in all of this is Carlos King, because Andy Cohen holding a grudge against Nene Leakes, despite his show failing. It's failing. No one really watches RHOA anymore. It's boring. If you do watch it, you say, well, it's not the best season, whatever. And he allowed Carlos King to wiggle in, and now these two are going to be working together. And I think that Nene Leakes herself has a great, her life is a walking storyline. Let me put this up really quick.
A lot of empires. Yeah. Could you see yourself building something new around Nene and taking it to the max?
I would love the opportunity to do anything with Nene Leakes. So I don't know, just stay tuned maybe.
Plot twist.
I think Nene is ready to move on to greener pastures.
Are there some pastures left that's green?
Absolutely, with Nene, Lanithia Monique Johnson Leakes once removed. Absolutely. Yes, honey, stay tuned.
Okay.
I'm telling you, Nene's a walking reality TV show. She's still good friends with Portia. They have a 1.5 year non-compete clause. And I think that Portia, I think it's ran out. I think she can go on other reality TV shows now. But listen, Nene is married man, still cheating. Look, this is what she put on her social media today. This girl's a walking reality TV show. How this is going to be good.
Bling, bling, bling. Okay, so today I was lucky enough to have brunch with boyfriend number 1 and boyfriend number 2.
Wow, that's a mess.
Okay.
But you know, Peter would love to be on somebody's TV. That's a mess. I'm going to watch it, but.
Who paid for lunch? I mean, because hell, the one that just stuck out the wife's window, I'm sure he didn't do it. He walked around with flip flops.
Listen, Perry, I don't like people who hold grudges. Okay, you get mad and then you let it go. It's time to let it go with Peters. Just stop it, okay?
I mean, he
just let it go.
He just lying all over the place.
You are messy. That was how many years ago?
I don't give a damn. I'm talking about what's going on in his life right now.
Y'all are messy. But listen,
closures,
don't hold grudges. Don't hold grudges, because it always comes back to harm you and not the other person. I don't hold grudges. I don't hold grudges against Candy. Glad she's leaving the screen. Wish her well. Now you have more time to do what she wants. She really just put RHOA on the back burner. She was like, I got to film The Shy. I have to produce for the Broadway. And like, she kept missing dates. child, it's just time to go. And she's just, she's just a mean, hateful person. Just like her mother, it's just hard to watch someone be mean time and time again. But Candy's mean was behind the scenes. She was terribly mean and went after people's careers because they said she was boring. Girl, this is time to move on.
It's weird. I was watching something last night. It was a documentary about like Levert. It was something. And I was sitting there watching, and it's going through all the people he dated. When they got to Candy, and then they started talking about certain things, it's like she loved to date men that have kids already. it said something that she dated one guy who had like 6 different kids.
Well, that's a whole nother. That's a whole. Perry, you getting messy. I'm just talking about. That's a whole nother.
No. I mean, that just crossed my mind. I was just thinking. I was like, well, damn. It's like everybody got a kid in common or 6. Go ahead.
I'm just glad she's gone from the show. She doesn't have the best. That rumor's already out there, and let's just leave it there.
Oh.
Or have you heard that rumor?
What rumor?
Okay.
No,
anyway,
I ain't heard that rumor. I was just the
past is the past. I really don't hold on to things, but last night I enjoyed them. Not the Drew storyline about where she kissed Latoya. And you don't think they'll bring Latoya back, do you?
I don't see why. No. Well, if they do, if they're on the budget, they could, because they could just give her 100,000.
Yeah. So listen, I think that they have to get rid of Candy. I don't know what Sheree made, but it's nowhere near what Candy made. And allegedly making Sheree and Drew the lead storylines. I don't know. We'll see how this worked out. But I did enjoy last night, and I forgot what was the other argument about, Perry. They were arguing about Drew, and then they went back and forth about
Okay, Marlo sent the thing to Latoya.
Yeah. Marlo was being messy. But so was Manetta. Manetta, who's a friend of Candy's, and she requires this of everybody. You can't if you say anything bad about Candy, you're not her friend anymore. And Manetta, no, girl, you were recording too. Stop being her yes man. Tell the truth. And you enjoy being around the other women. Stop. She has to act like she hates them because of Candy. Candy, she will not let you say anything against her, even if she got caught filming. That friendship will be over in real life. She doesn't have a cut off between this is what we do on TV and this is real life. So, I thought it was good last night. Manetta is full of shit. Girl, you're just as messy as Marlo, and then Marlo's just messy.
But Drew full of shit, though. Why is she so mad at Marlo for real? She's just sitting there saying, hey, these people saying
well, Marlo's getting too close to home.
Well,
look, what's going to eventually be revealed is that Drew is bisexual. Girl, don't nobody care about your bisexuality, but I guess you have your reasons for hiding it. But are you really hiding it?
Is it because she's going through a divorce right now and don't want Ralph to? That's why I'm leaving your ass. No, I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. But again, really quickly, and then I'm gonna move on. They're saying that everyone went after Candy on the reunion, and very, very hard. Her and Marlo go at it really hard. I don't even think I can watch this damn reunion. I'm tired of them too. I'm just tired of them too.
That argument is old.
It's old.
It's just manufactured. You just let it go. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. But anyway, the thing is that I have a feeling Candy knows she's out. She knows she's out. But anyway, that's what happened last night. We can drop the link and talk about that. I also wanted to talk about, Kenya Moore coming out and admitting that everybody knew this, that Kim Zolciak's divorce was just a storyline to get back on television. And it didn't work out. But I really think Carlos King, when he works with Nene, he should bring Kim over there. She'll do anything for a paycheck. If this thing doesn't work out that she's got going with E, bring her over there. I really want Carlos King to have a crossover hit to reach all Americans. I just think he's a good producer. And what he went through with the whole Candy thing being fired and stuff. And I think I'm glad Phaedra's back. I'm glad Carlos is back. And she did something else to some other person. I can't remember who it was besides Jermaine. I just think the meanness that she has going, I'm over it, and I'm glad it's not hindering anybody else's career, because it's one thing to have an argument on the show, but to get people fired, girl, what is wrong with you when you knew portions of that story was dead ass true? Okay, like, you got a crazy sex life, which is your business, but don't have anybody fired because you don't want it out there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm not even excited to watch this reunion, but those are the things that happen at the reunion. Also, I guess Marlo and Kenya are supposed to be friends now. Kenya's playing the middle. That's what you do.
Do you?
Whatever. She's just trying to save her job. I think she might. It might be over for Kenya. I don't know. Okay, so who else did I talk about? I want to talk about Chrisean really quickly. Now, you guys don't watch Zeus, but I watch Zeus. And this episode, hearing her talking about getting an abortion when she's well into her 5th month was very hard to listen to. I do understand women have to do. Everyone's not meant to be a mother. And I get abortion is never an easy decision to make for me. So I know there's some pro-lifers out there. I wouldn't do it personally, but damn. So Blueface lets it be known that he doesn't want a baby with her. He lets it be known that he is over her. He cheats with other women and all of this stuff. It was just very, very hard to watch. She was very depressed. I really thought she was going to try to take her own life. But I guess we know, fast forward, she is going to have the baby anyway. But she came out earlier today and said the reason that her and Blueface were done is because she wanted to separate the money. Child, he is just horrible. Isn't he horrible?
Yes.
Tell a pregnant woman you don't want to be with her.
Mm-hmm.
And that, she's a burden and the baby's now I'm stuck with you. That's what he said. Now I'm stuck with your ass. He's just horrible. But anyway, but now come to find out, he wanted to be in control of her money too.
Right.
So I'm really pulling for Chrisean. I know a lot of people don't like her. A lot of people say you got yourself in this mess. He was who he was when you got pregnant with him. And I just remember being in my early 20s, and life is very hard for you. And you like a lot of women like the bad boys, and learn from Chrisean. Them bad boys will get you in trouble every time. She says she has blocked him. She will let somebody know close to his family when the baby's born, but she said she's really over him. Do we believe her this time, Perry?
Well, I mean, I can only hope. But see, the whole thing is those two go back and forth with this shit all the time.
Uh-huh.
And Blueface feel like he's the prize, and he just dangled this stuff over her for the last few years, right? That she'll come back, but sometimes when some people leave, they don't come back, and I hope she really don't.
Yeah, she needs to leave him alone. You said, I asked you before, what do you think his problem is? Sleeping with all these women, having babies, and you said he's just immature.
He's just immature, and he don't give a damn about neither one of them. He just care about what the public think of him. This cool image that in his mind he think is cool. That's all he give a fuck about.
So I'm a woman. I never been put in a position of an abortion, but I'm glad she didn't do it. 5 months, that's a full-on baby.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not a pro-lifer, and I do understand some women, and this is the honest God's truth, shouldn't be parents.
Yeah.
So I rather you have an early term, like a couple weeks, but child, she was trying to drink and get high, and her family wouldn't let her. And we all know the mom looked like she'd been through it with the drug problems.
Mm-hmm.
But my heart goes out to Chrisean. I don't know why I feel so bad for her. I'm just glad she didn't have that abortion. Like, geez, damn near 6 months, and you want to abort the baby because this fool is acting crazy.
Yeah, you feel bad for her because you watching all this play out on TV.
I feel bad for her.
It's like
she's young. I know you can't use young as an excuse, but I will say this: who I am today at 52 years old is nowhere near the person I was at 23. So, but the worst part about being in your 20s, it's the funnest time in your life and you're allowed to make mistakes, but those mistakes that you make affect you later on down the line.
Right.
It was a mess, a mess, a mess, a mess. What else? Did I have everything? I think so. Just want to come on here and give you my reality TV roundup because I really don't watch reality TV anymore like that. But oops, fast. Do we judge people that have abortions at 5 months? I can't, but it
See, that's
it bothers me.
That question is, we judge everything. We just might not say it.
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
To have an abortion at 5, damn near 6 months is crazy.
Hey, Sorrel. Hey, Perry.
Hey, Sebastian.
What's up?
Hi, everybody.
What's up, opinion?
Okay, what do you want to sound off on first? What do you think about Candy being in the fire seat?
Okay, Candy, I'm sorry, but I tried to like Candy this season, but as I said in that super chat, I started disliking Candy when I started to see that bloggers were in her live.
No. What do you mean by that? Like,
yes.
Are you kidding me?
This is a real thing. Some
you swear, Sebastian.
I swear. There are bloggers who are mods in Candy's lives. So
what is wrong with Candy? Why does she think she can purchase friends?
That's
she can.
I mean, she knows people. I can't with Candy anymore. Candy has tried.
And you're positive. It's not something you heard. It's something you see.
No, I've seen it.
Oh my God. That girl, something's wrong with her. She's a mean, hateful
Candy does
person.
have bloggers as mods.
I cannot believe it. I cannot. Well, I'm sure I would know the bloggers. Are they well-known bloggers?
Oh yeah, they're very well known. That's why.
Oh my God,
they're very
are you
well known.
kidding me? Jeez, something is so wrong with Candy.
I see her working.
How long has this been going on?
I don't know how long, but I've seen it like once or twice, and I saw like actual like wrenches next to their names.
Oh my God. Who does that? Who does that?
A controlling person.
She came after me and Jason with a vengeance because we said she was boring. Now, if you watch my show, I've said a lot of stuff about people way worse than boring. She was on a mission to destroy because I called her boring. And I was being gentle. I said all kinds of stuff about people. That's the best thing about having a channel. You can say what you want. Girl, you're more than boring. Your ass is evil. You and your husband is weird. Y'all gonna catch a disease with all that sleeping around y'all be doing. And they make them sign NDAs allegedly. Girl, there's a lot more I could have said about you than your ass was boring. And every time you have a spinoff, it sucks.
Dang, Sherelle.
It's just the facts. Like, you mad because I called you boring. I could say that Bravo was wasting their time giving your ass a spinoff. Because the problem with the spinoff is they had good premises, like a good idea, but you were in it.
Damn.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like to manipulate and try to control what the masses say about you. You got a problem up here. You act like Mama Joyce. She's just a mean bully for no reason. And it's not fun to watch people bully everybody every damn week. I'm allowed to call you boring and everything else, but just the games you be playing, trying to make the public like you allegedly hire a troll farm to go in other people's chats. Girl, girl, bye. Just girl, bye.
She probably got mods doing it too.
And you did everything. You were the highest paid and with the least working track record. You act like the Housewives was just something you did on your spare time. I don't even know why he invested money in you to begin with, because I don't know if you started out hateful and mean, but you're like Mama Joyce. Like, she's like, Mama Joyce is mean. She doesn't want her daughter to date anybody, to marry anybody. Like, she's controlling. Like, it's just hard to watch that kind of person on the show. And you wonder why, you get people fired. You got people fired when you knew there was some damn truth to that story. Allegedly, there was some truth to that damn story. You said it yourself. You were tired like people in your bedroom. Like, that's weird in itself. And, all the rumors going around you. I feel that, like Nene, there came a time when Nene just got horribly mean. And I don't know if it's the job, but Candy's just a mean girl. And it's hard to watch. Borderline a itch.
Damn. So you said,
well, I'm just saying, to do that, like, you're paying off bloggers, you're hiring trolls for what? It's supposed to be a TV show. Yeah, allegedly. Thank you, Sheila.
Yeah, I mean, you make
allegedly.
It seem like,
it's crazy.
I get a picture of them having a Houdini poster above their bed, and the song play when you walk in.
And I'm just that kind of person too. I don't want to hear what people are doing in their bedrooms. I don't. I might catch a visual, and no, I don't like those storylines anyway. But to have somebody fired allegedly over that, you trying to ruin people's careers, so your secret don't come out, and it ended up coming out anyway.
But nobody really cares. Nobody really cares if they do the wild thing or not. Nobody cares.
It's a lie. No, but I'm sorry. This is the first time I heard about the bloggers being in. That's crazy. Like,
yes, it's crazy. I will say this as well, though. We cannot. I don't like Candy. Everyone knows this. I don't like Candy. Candy's disgusting. She really is, and we're gonna see that on the next episode anyway. She is doing practically the similar thing that Nene did
exactly.
She spending more time on Broadway, her other ventures, and are no longer like focusing in on the show.
Yeah, Nene did that. She's spending more time on TikTok.
Yes, Nene did that. And that's what made a lot of people start disliking Nene, is that she thought she was better than.
Well, let me ask you this, Sebastian.
She got a big head, though. She was getting a big head.
Nene did act just like Candy.
I don't think it's necessarily that she had like so much going on, because I mean, aren't they all supposed to have something going on? But I think in this
cannot be clocking out of work. The women are on a girls trip, and you left. Well, it was actually better when she left. I don't know why, but like, I didn't even miss her. I was so good.
But just in the just in the case of Nene, I personally, when I viewed it, I don't think it was necessarily because she was spending so much time away. It's just that she had that like kind of like, I don't need this. I'm above the show. If I leave, it won't really affect me. And then what? She left. She came back like mid-season later on the following season. So, do you guys think it's time for Kenya to go?
Let me ask you this, Sebastian. Is something wrong with Andy Cohen holding a grudge on Nene like that?
Okay, as I said, Nene messed up big time. Nene messed up big time. You cannot scream racism. You said that they brought Kim Zolciak back, and she's a racist, and now you're sitting up in this Carlos King interview praising Kim.
No, I didn't see it. Did she really?
Yes, she did. She said Kim is great.
Do you think Carlos King should hire Kim?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
Absolutely not. Because
why?
No. I don't want to see Kim and her. I don't want to see Kim.
Sebastian, you cannot deny the fact that the best years of Real Housewives of Atlanta was Kim and Nene. You can't deny it.
No, Nene, Kenya, Claudia. Those were good seasons when Claudia and Nene. And Nene did something that was so wrong that I could never forget. Nene called Claudia a half-breed, which was completely disgusting. That was rude.
She did. Do you think she's going to do better now that she's been blacklisted and now she's working with Carlos?
I hope she learns from her actions. And, it could be good for OWN if she's on OWN, because, their ratings are not even that good. Carlos does not focus on his other shows as much as he focuses on Bravo shows. He focuses more on Bravo shows than his other shows. And it's just the truth. His other shows, I think Love and Marriage Huntsville, the highest it brings is probably like 500,000 views.
Yeah, if that. Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Claudia is a good housewife, guys. I'm just saying when Nene went against Claudia, that was hilarious. That was great. And when Nene was going at each other, when she was saying your thing has left your body and everything, those were good interactions. I'm not saying Claudia is a good housewife, but I will say this though, last night's episode, I did not like. Drew had misdirected anger.
Who should her anger been directed at?
It should have been mostly directed at Candy, but I'm guessing Candy wasn't there, so she could direct it at, because Candy's the one who kept on pushing this, oh, you kiss Latoya this, you kiss your Latoya that. You can't be mad that Marlo filmed. This is a reality show. Even Kenya said that on Watch What Happens Live. The producers let them film things that are happening. That's why we can clearly see that Lisa Rinna, if there was really a tantrum, she would have really filmed Kathy Hilton, but she didn't.
Yeah. Did you hear about Lisa Rinna's money problems? I should do a video about it. Have you guys heard?
I've heard about that, but I will say this though: I don't like the fact that what's her name? The irrelevant one, the one that Sheree brings around, Courtney. I don't like the way Courtney was saying, "Oh, Kenya falling was karma." Kenya did nothing to you. Courtney needs to shut up and mind her business and focus on other things. Focus on getting Marlo's record expunged, because that's what she's trying to do.
Massive.
No, it's just the truth. That's the truth. Focus on getting Marlo's records expunged.
I mean, really, getting it expunged. What would it actually do when everybody know anyway? So,
well, she needs to get she wants a pow pow. She wants a pow pow so she can defend herself. That's why she needs it expunged.
I don't know what to do with Sebastian.
Those girls bring that shit up because they ain't got nothing else to talk about.
It's the truth. She can't get a pow pow.
Oh my
God! She submitted one charge.
The rest of them can't even keep their man at home. So let's.
Dang, Perry.
And also, we need to bring Portia back. This is how RHOA could be saved. Bring Portia back. She can go at it with Kenya. Bring Portia back.
This is why we have freedom of speech, people. We should be allowed to say whatever the hell we want. But Sebastian just cracks me up. All right. What? Very quickly. No, I'm not going to talk about it. Anyway. Thank you, Sebastian. You crack me up. Opinion, girl, sound off.
RHOA's been dead all season. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what everybody's so hyped about. I watched the show and I had to pause it and rewatch it another time. It's ridiculous.
It got a little better. We would just said it got a little better than it had been all season.
Really? That's better? I mean, to me, I feel like it's the same thing every week. I really do. I feel like it's no moving of the vessel nowhere. They don't never come to a conclusion. It's just arguing and arguing. I guess so maybe I'm too old for the arguing. Like, I want to see reality.
Always agree to disagree.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I'm just saying, I wish that we could get somewhere where, everybody don't have to fight and we could just, have fun and show like real life. Like, because they all have something going on for real in real life. And we are not seeing that on reality TV anymore. And so now I'm like, when does reality TV turn back to reality TV? Like,
let me ask you a question, Opinion, and only answer this if you want to. One, have you heard about Candy's sex life? From her and Todd, right? About them having. Do you think?
Yes, we all heard about their sex life, and to be honest, I was really upset by her speak on it last night because it seemed like she was hitting on Bondi Blue on her speak on it. It was just ridiculous.
Wait, what? What happened?
Yeah, she had Bondi Blue on her speak
on it.
No,
I don't watch it.
Oh, okay. Well, she had Bondi Blue on her speak on it.
Oh, what? Wait, hold on. She's also bribing bloggers again. Why is Bondi Blue on her speak on it? What were they talking about?
She said she reached out to a lot of bloggers and she did a press day or something, and she booked a lot of them on her show. She's gonna have them on speak on it. So she had Bondi Blue on there last night, and she was talking about, her sex life, and she was telling her, her husband has the free pass, and they do the threesomes too.
Wait,
and,
what?
Oh my!
Are you serious?
I mean, let me tell you something. I'm telling you, people just give out their business now. I don't know. Like, if it's good for you, hey, it's fine. I mean, I wouldn't tell millions and thousands of people my sex life.
So would it be fair to say they have like an open marriage? Or how does
that's what Candy asked her last night, and she said it's not really open. She said she just says never say never because they've been together a long time, and sometimes you get tired and you want something else. She said, but let me tell you what she said, and I was like, my mouth wide open. She said, can't nobody put it on them like I do.
Well,
Yeah.
damn. I mean, they went from speak on it to F on it. Or however you want to have it. Ah, goodness.
And Sherelle, you know why Drew don't want this out here. It ain't because of Ralph. She don't care about Ralph not one bit because he been cheating the whole marriage. What she care about is her preacher mama going up there telling her she gonna go to.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
That's it.
This is crazy. So
You see how the mama did. You see how the mama did the other sister when she said she was crazy. Like the mama just pretty much let her go too. So
that speak on it. Why are we talking about it now? When you were saying things weren't true and you got Carlos allegedly fired for it, why do you think she's being open about her unusual sex life now? That's weird.
because you can only hide the freak within inside you for so long.
All right. Lisa, sound off.
Hey, Perry. Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, what's up?
I'm gonna tell you like this. This why I believe. I don't believe Candy's upset by people knowing about her sexuality or her she being bisexual, whatever they do in the bedroom. But I think what she got upset was the sexual assault against her.
Let me tell you how I think that was. How it got like that way. So allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly now, her and her friend Tiny have these sex parties allegedly where they make these people sign NDAs, and there's supposedly a lot of Molly. They make you take Molly at these parties. Have you heard about this, Lisa?
Yeah, I heard something about it. I heard on another blog about it too.
And that's when I'm thinking they were saying, and they were going to drug you, like they were going to ask you to take these Mollies that they hand out at these parties. And Candy acted brand new. First of all, like she didn't do these parties and that they were going to take her and kidnap her. She knows that's how it came out, but she knows that's not what he meant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what you said, I think that's the problem of it, because even she said it on the show. She said, "Girl, you ain't talking about nothing until you get a sexual assault allegation thrown at you." But that sexual assault allegation is really big, though. So you got to give that up. You know, I'm so much like you, but I still like Candy though. I still like, you know what I'm saying though. She's a little bit boring at times. She really is, you know. But I think to my point of view, I think that is like the main reason. Like, hold on. She said, I never did that to nobody. So she said, you know, like that's what she said. But you know, did nobody? Then I remember back in that episode. She was on live with Andy, and she didn't nobody in the group tell her what was said when Phaedra had said. Didn't nobody? She said, Portia.
Really
she said,
weird though. The whole sex party. Maybe I'm a prude.
She said, did you wait and tell her? Did nobody when that season and happened? Did nobody come back and tell her what Phaedra, what nobody what else was saying? And she was like, huh? Until she seen it on TV. And she said also when they were filming the union. She said, you said it. She said, now Portia. Okay,
so let me ask you this, Lisa. Should Phaedra and Carlos King should have been fired to you?
Yeah, because that's a big act. That's an accusation, and you don't want that.
But my thing is, where does Carlos come in all this though? Because
he was the producer.
Yeah, but was he the actual one though that mentioned the rumor to Phaedra? Because I've only read that. But was he actually was it confirmed? Yes.
No, it's not confirmed. This has been going on for years. They said that she was going to leave the show, or they had to leave the show, and they left the show. They got fired, allegedly.
So another thing too, I heard. I don't know. It's been a while since I read or heard this. I heard that after, I think, in the middle between 9 and 10, seasons 9 and 10, or it might have been allegedly, they got a payout from Bravo because of it. because of all
They could
her.
have. The whole thing was wild, and this is my beef with the situation. Is you have sex parties. You guys take Molly at these sex parties. Now, did he really mean you were gonna drug her and R her? No. You knew that. You knew that this was going around. You knew that everybody was finding out about it and everybody was talking about it. And you insisted that Phaedra leave the show. And not only did you insist that she leaves the show, after probably a 5-year period, you still said you would leave the show if she came back.
I think they want her back. They just haven't called Candy's bluff because, I mean, she's been on what? She was on that marriage boot camp. Then she was on Ultimate Girls Trip. Now she's on Married to Medicine.
But David, you're missing the point. The point is, you have sex parties.
Yeah.
You've been kissing up on Portia.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's an image thing. Who knows?
But sure, you missing the point though. You missing the main.
Maybe it's
point.
image.
I think even Perry can tell you that is a big. And I mean, you put that accusation toward a man who never did nothing to you.
How come she didn't sue her though? I mean, I get it. It's that bad. I mean, how come she didn't sue somebody?
When she gave them an ultimatum though, she really did though. She said they had to go.
No. I get the ultimatum, but what I'm saying is, if she was that hurt by it, why didn't she take them to court?
I don't know Perry, but I do know that is a big accusation to be thrown at somebody.
You live that life. That's what you do.
Now I heard about the Molly. I heard about them taking Molly's and stuff. And I don't think while you taking the Molly, you aren't people. You know what I'm saying? That to me. But but that's a big accusation to put out there, though. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, sick with you.
When it was for Tiny.
I believe that's why she's mad. I believe that's why she's mad at the situation. I believe that's why she's mad at Carlos and Phaedra and them. Because that is a big accusation to go through. I'm just saying for me. I mean, that is a big accusation throwing at somebody.
Well, first of all, let me say this.
I agree with you, Lisa.
You would have a different opinion of Candy if she started attacking you or try to get your channel closed down. So you got to understand that. I'm never going to like her. I've seen that mean, vicious side that she has. And I can't stand the girl, personally. She is overpaid. She comes to work when she show up. She get there when she get there. But she's just a mean person, genuinely mean. And she tries to buy people off to be her friends. I'm not taking you to Disneyland because I like you. I'm taking you to Disneyland so you won't say anything bad about me on the show. You can't go around buying people. This is ridiculous. For me, and maybe you guys, and it got so bad that I used to like her and thought she was a good businesswoman, but you don't tell me what to say on my show. If I don't like it, I'm allowed to say I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and hiring troll farms. What is wrong with you? Who does that?
It's like
allegedly. I don't like it when Lisa Rinna did it. I didn't like it when Diana did it. You don't need to hire a damn troll farm. I don't like it when Teresa Giudice does it. Now you guys are going too far. It changes the trajectory of the show. When they tried to go after Garcelle, that wasn't cute. When you try to go after bloggers because you don't like what that ain't cute. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, she don't like their review. She
don't like your review, girl. Something wrong with that. Yeah. Something wrong up here. You don't do things like that. That's why I said if you don't like what the bloggers of all of us gonna say about you, do not do reality TV. Because you won't have to come at you so hard. They're like, even the Kardashians be talking about it now. Talking about, even Kris Jenner has said, I think on this season episode, she said, I brought this evenness into our lives. Where they really get on us about certain things of our lives. I said, but you brought it on yourself though, because you brought. That's like when people say,
"We didn't tell you got to sign enough for." But I'm just saying, this is all y'all reality TV people out there. If you don't, we ain't ask you to come inside our lives. We ain't not ask you to come on our TVs. You made that point. You sign that contract and you said, well, I'm gonna put
Exactly.
my TV out there. I'm putting my life out
Exactly. You can't go on reality TV, get a divorce, and say, "Please give us our privacy." No, you want us there when times are good, and now that you got caught doing something, now you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Callie, am I being mean?
No, I'm with you 100%. If you want to become a public figure, it is what it is. I mean, these people, oh, I know I want my privacy. Well, then you should have went and got a job at Ralph's. Or
Can everyone go on
Yeah.
mute? Because somebody has a TV going in the back. Yeah, I mean, what do you think about her trying to? If you say something bad, she wants your channel down. What do you think of that?
I think let me preface this by saying I was a fan of Candy's before she even came on this show. Escape was one of the first CDs I ever brought.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I really have started, like a light bulb has come on, and I have started to really look at Candy differently, and I don't like what I'm seeing. And I tried to be open-minded about all of the sexual stuff and not be judgmental.
Oof.
But the reality is when you roll in a certain energy, it attracts a certain energy. And that's why she got accused of what she got accused of, because of how she was rolling. And it's going to happen again, because I already see like the thing that happened with Suki and all of this stuff. It's like she is rolling in that energy regardless if she's actually doing anything or not. Not only that, she's rolling in that industry, in that energy and throughout the entertainment industry as a sober woman who doesn't even drink alcohol. So everybody else is drunk and inebriated, and you're there stone cold sober while all this stuff is happening. Now the show of itself, I don't understand why we still talking about Bolo from 3 seasons ago. This show needs to be rebooted, and they need to put people on this show who are locally from Atlanta. I think that's another problem with this show. They got a bunch of transplants on there. I want to see people that are from Atlanta.
Oh my gosh, you know, Callie,
yeah.
I never thought about it until you said it.
Yeah. This is the Real Housewives of transplants. Like Candy is like the only person that is from the Atlanta area. This is not the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think they need to do what they did with New York. I would like to just see some stories about some new people. I don't want nobody brought back. None of that. I'm tired of these people. This show has been on damn near 20 years. It's time to either move to another city or find another group of ladies in Atlanta. It's over with. And just really quickly, I just wanted to say with Chrisean, I know a lot of people are going to be mad at me, but I am not a fan of a family coming in and pressuring a woman to have a baby that she doesn't want to have. I'm not a huge fan of that. And I really feel like the mom might be coming from a place where all of her kids are adults. She made mistakes because of her addiction when her kids was little, and now she wants this baby for herself.
Oh, Callie. Hold on. This is the first time I heard that opinion.
Said, "Give me the baby." She literally said that.
She said that. She said that.
I think that she sees this as an opportunity for her to have another baby. She knows her daughter doesn't want this baby, but she's like, "Oh, I can get a baby." You know?
Okay, Candy, Callie, but Chrisean is was on the show, damn near 6 months pregnant at this time. I do believe not everybody's meant.
I think it's dangerous to have a. But if they're willing to, I just don't really think that if somebody doesn't want a baby, that a woman should be pressured into having a baby that she doesn't want to have. Now, as far as I know, because I'm a woman, it's very possible that her body was still sort of going through some things where she was a little unclear if she was still pregnant. Because even when they asked her about her cycle, she couldn't really answer because she probably was still having one. So she probably was like, am I pregnant? Am I having a miscarriage? What is happening? I've known a few women that has happened to early in their pregnancy. So a lot of people are like, that's so dumb. How could she not know? She probably thought she wasn't pregnant anymore because she probably started having a cycle. It's a very big possibility.
It's a touchy topic. It's hard to watch. I just wish for the best for Chrisean, because that's a hell of a situation to be in. A man tells you, I'm stuck with your ass now that you're pregnant. That's not.
No, he needs to sign his parental rights away, because I really honestly see him a few months from now, crying victim saying they won't let me see my baby and her family is just so horrible, and I'm the victim.
He can't do that. I'm done with Blueface. He's very immature. Very immature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Anyway,
think that he needs to go away.
He needs
Hey,
to go
Cheryl,
far,
you
far
watch
away.
Zeus? Cheryl, you watch Zeus?
I do watch Zeus.
I thought you were too classy to be watching Zeus.
Child, I love the fights. I was gonna be real. I love the fight. It's mindless TV. Bobby Light is crazy. I just watch it. I do. Anyway, David, what did you want to? Did he drop?
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
I don't see him.
got disconnected. Oh, there you are.
Am I here? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Sound off, David. What were you gonna say?
To be honest, okay,
It's a noise, Sherelle. It's a noise in the background somewhere.
Everybody go on mute. Somebody has a TV on. Everyone go on mute.
If we are to go, sorry, if we are to go into the next season, I would say it shouldn't be kind of like let's just jump, kind of like how New Jersey does. Let's just jump into the next one, issue contracts, and let's go. If we are to do either like an overhaul or like fix the show, I think we need half that cast gone. I personally don't think all of them need to go. Half that cast can go, starting with Sanya and Drew. I don't understand what people see in them. To me, they're like the Emily and Gina of OC. Like seriously, like I honestly don't see it for Drew. I feel like she's constantly on all the time, like putting on for the cameras. Sanya, I know Carlos King loves her, but she's boring as hell to me, especially to watch on camera.
Yeah.
Everybody's probably gonna come for me. I see Demote Marlowe. That's just
no.
my
I'm not coming for you. That's a good move. Go ahead.
I see Demote Marlowe. We'll have to see what possibly Sheree can possibly do. Now, I think if I were to say if I was an executive, I think I would approach with the thing with Kanye as okay, we're either gonna demote you to a friend of, or if we're bringing you back full time, you're gonna take a massive pay cut. And if she can't give pushback because she has to know that obviously her performance this season was very lackluster, just like the show is itself. So, I mean, I agree that when she's there, when you see her on group scenes, she is very disconnected. But honestly, when you have a cast like that, I would be the same too. You can't possibly tell me that Sheree, Marlo, Drew, Sanya, and Courtney are the next generation of Atlanta. There's literally no way that whole. If you were to ditch Candy and Kenya off and leave it just that ensemble right there, there's no way you could tell me that's the next generation of Atlanta.
So maybe, David, you're saying that this show has ran its course.
I would say yes, in a sense.
David, something's wrong. I'm echoing. I think it's David. Hold on. You guys hear me echo?
No,
it's him.
Yeah, it was a bad connection or something he had.
Yeah. David, can you come out back in? Because we can't hear you. All right, LaShawn,
why do everybody don't like Drew? Why nobody don't like Drew? I know she's a little bit of a liar, but I don't like her.
Well, that's the reason.
I do.
I can't stand her. She's got to go. I agree with what he said about her.
I like Drew. Let me tell you, I think Drew is good for reality.
Hold on. Everybody, hold on. Somebody has a television on.
My television is on, but it's down low though. You can hear it.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Either that or a bad mic or a fan or something. Something's going through.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Like a fan.
Let me put you on mute. Hold on, Lisa. Hold on. Yeah, it's Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa, it's you. Try to turn it down.
But
okay,
the TV
it might be your mic or something or a connection or something.
David, are you ready? Can you hear us now?
I can't. I don't know what happened.
You just faded out. Okay,
I thought I was stirring up a rumble that Sherelle just was like, you know what? Let me get him off.
No.
But honestly, I do agree that there's work that needs to be done. I wouldn't say as of right now that it has to be completely scrapped. Maybe it might be because I'm liking New York right now, to be honest with you. And I didn't watch New York like that before. I only started watching it now because there's a new group around, so I just wanted to see what the vibe was.
Yeah.
I do, like I said, I agree that work needs to be done, starting with getting rid of Drew, Sanya. If we're gonna bring people back or either get some new bloods, I mean, I wouldn't mind. And I liked her when she was on the show. I don't know why I haven't seen many people bring up her name, but I think Tanya would have been great to bring back, if anything.
She's never coming back.
I know, but
Never.
she would have been nice. I mean, I would have
She
liked
doesn't want to be
her.
there, nor does
Yeah.
Portia.
Yeah.
That's the thing about bringing people back. I love Tanya on the show until that Bolo thing happened. I still follow her on Instagram, but her and Portia left willingly too. Like these people, I think it's just not enough money for these
they kept
people.
Drew.
Well, let me ask you this, Callie. Do you think Carlos King can get Portia?
I think you could.
I just don't think the money is there. Like, I think for some of these people, it's not worth it. They already have the fame on social media.
Yeah.
And this little bit of money is nothing for them.
Yeah.
It's just extra work.
Yeah, it's true. All right, David, you've got a sound problem. See if you could fix that, and I'll come back to you. LaShawn, sound off.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Good. So listen, in terms of Carlos and Nene, I think that Carlos has an eye for talent. He has an eye to be able to identify whether or not something is going to be successful or not. And so I do believe that Nene definitely has a storyline. People are interested in what's going on with her life.
I am.
Whether we want to admit it or not, Nene is the gold mine, right? Right now, that's where she is. So if he's taking his attention off of those other shows and focusing on doing something with Nene, is because he feels as though it's going to make him money. So I feel as though she deserves that opportunity. She truly is the Black queen of television, reality TV. And she need to get her props. I did see a change in her attitude and stuff. She did kind of get a little big head, but I guess that comes along with the fame and the stardom. You know what I'm saying? For somebody that hasn't had that before. So yes, Nene, get your coins, girl. And again, this is something that y'all had brought up before with what's his name? Andy Cohen. So Andy is getting everything that he deserves right now. The way that he did Nene and some of the Black cast members, period, was is just downright disgusting, right?
You have Andy Bethany Frankel actively creating a union, a housewives union, and he has not drug her in public.
Exactly, because why? She got the money. And she the right color. Like, what is he gonna do? She's probably got more pull than he do. In terms of her connection. So no, he's not gonna come after her at all. Right. So that's my whole take on that. And then the situation with Kandi, I feel like Kandi is a good businesswoman, but she is one of those individuals that this was not good business savviness. This is where she got into her emotions when you start to do things, like low blows, like going after bloggers and saying vloggers and stuff like that. That's just not okay. And my thing is when we start to get, like, I used to be a teacher for Chinese kids. I used to teach Chinese students English. And that, like 5 years ago, they were getting on this social scoring. Like they have a social score that they are maintained by. So if they drop a certain level on their social score, then they are penalized. They're not able to travel. It's a lot of things that go along with that. And so when we started this little cancel culture type situation, that's where that's headed. I feel like everybody that has an opinion should be able to speak what their opinion is, period. Whether you like it or not. This is life, right? And that's one of the privileges of being a United States citizen, is that you get that right. And when we start to tell people, we're canceling people, or because social media is so prominent, you could be going to court for something, and because the jury of social standing speaks louder than the jury that actually sits in the courtroom and tries the case, a person can truly become guilty before they're even proven guilty in the court of law. So that's the thing, is I don't like the fact that people are doing things the way that they're doing. And I think that Candy should have been gone a long time ago, period. She should have been gone like 3 or 4 years ago. She just is boring. She just boring.
She's pretty boring. She really is boring. But something's wrong with Candy. She holds grudges and she's mean-spirited, like her mother.
She's terrible. I mean, and that's what I'm like. Old people used to say back in the day, the apple don't fall too far from the tree, right? Unless you are unless you consciously making a decision not to be like people in your life, you truly begin to show for traits like those individuals. So when
why do you think Mama Joyce is so mean? She's very mean. She's just mean.
I think it probably has something to do with Candy and her dad, Mama Joyce and Candy's dad situation. A lot of times when women are like hurt by a man, they become very bitter. They just become very bitter individual people. And I think that has a lot to do with it, because I believe there was an episode where they mentioned something about her dad and her whole demeanor changed. Like it was like it irritates her. Right. So I feel like it has something to do with that. And then, a lot of times like Black people, older Black people, what goes on in this house, stay in this house. A lot of people will die with their secrets and never tell a soul what has happened to them. So I think because of the generation that she comes from, there have probably been a lot of things from her youth all the way up into her adulthood that made her into the person that she is. Unfortunately, she's transferring those behaviors and that attitude down to her children. Her daughter is taking on that.
Also, too, LaShawn, it's not just Mama Joyce. Her sisters, they're mean.
Yeah, they all of them.
They're just mean
But
women.
guys, there's another big possibility is that they know Todd better than we do, and they know things that we have not been shown on this show.
Like he is with Carmen?
It's a big possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, people are assuming that Mama Joyce is this crazy, mean woman, but
That's all she's showing. That's all she's showing us, Callie. She's very mean. You can't deny that.
I understand that. But she actually knows Todd, and she has actually been around him, and she knows what's going on in that marriage, and we do not.
That could be
it's
true.
a big possibility that we just don't know Todd.
That's
Callie,
true.
that's true.
So he's spending all her money or what?
No, but go ahead.
The other guy like that too, though.
Lisa, you got to turn your TV down.
The TV is down, baby. The TV on mode.
I don't know. It's like a whole bunch of humming.
Yeah, it is.
Stuff. I'm not sure if it's your mic or what's going on.
That's the thing. That's the
I know, but the problem is we can't hear. It's like all this.
I'm gonna put you on
That's
mute.
not me, is it?
Turn it down because we can't hear. We can't hear.
But that's what I say.
You're right, Callie. Go ahead, Perry.
A possibility that they know more about Todd. But if you think about it, it might be a possibility that the mama know her daughter, Candy, more. And
that too.
Just like that little biography thing that I was talking about last night about her and different men.
Oh,
what if that could be like a problem?
That's true though.
They know her judgment ain't all there. Like, and I feel like Candy's very controlling, and she loved the fame and money because it gives her benefits. Todd wouldn't be there without fame and money.
Here for a bag. And
it probably wouldn't be 4 or 5 in the bed at a time if it wasn't for that fame and money. Just saying.
I can't. I can't. I don't want to know what people are doing in their bedrooms. It just freaks me out. I can't. I don't want to hear about it.
You know what, too, Sherelle? But as evil as her mom can be at times, you know, we have intuition, right? I don't know if y'all ever like dated somebody or were with somebody, regardless as to what your relationship was like with your mom, and your mama just be like, I just don't like them. It's something about them that I'm not feeling, that I don't like. So yeah, I feel like Mama Joyce, I think it's a little bit of both. Number one, she probably knows that Todd is there for other reasons, number one. And number two, she probably has a whole idea about Candy, like, Candy, you choosing the wrong person. So now she has to take on this attitude as if it's all Todd and not her daughter, and when it could be both ways.
And you know what, LaShawn, that means this relationship is complicated. And how come we ain't heard none of this on the show?
And that's the thing, Sherelle, is like, I feel like people are coming in and not showing their real true reality, because like if you listen to the interview that Nene did with with Carlos, she said like after the second, I think it was like the second or third season, how it became about a storyline and not necessarily people's lives. So
Season 5.
yeah, you're right. It's
With
season
Kenya.
5. Yeah, when it was
She said that when Kenya got on, then Kenya introduced the
fake
fake
boyfriends.
boyfriends and then having
Yep.
to create a storyline for yourself, and
Yeah.
they were actually living their honest, true lives. They were with who they were actually with. But she was claiming that they were living their reality, but when Kenya came on, she was creating her reality.
Right,
Yes,
exactly.
Kenya didn't even really live in Atlanta. And Nene is right. Kenya was not part of their group. She was casted. She lived out here in LA. Like, this is what I
Wow.
mean by these people not being from Atlanta. Like, they need to find a group of people that kind of know each other in the city of Atlanta and build a show about them.
Yeah, and
That
I
would be a
think
good
that's why
show.
Married to Medicine is doing better than
Yeah.
the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because all of those individuals, the main people, are
That's
from
it.
Atlanta.
And you also hit it on the nail too. Is if you the only show that I know of right now that's kind of airing, besides Atlanta, that is focused based on casting and it's not actually like an organic group, is Atlanta. Obviously, what we're talking about, in Beverly Hills. Because if you look at Beverly Hills, there's no one I can bet you money. Erica Jane is not hanging out with any of them outside of filming.
Yeah.
She's just there
No,
to shoot.
Yolanda knew each other, but
No, but
people
I'm
sort of
talking like
knew
as of right
of
now.
Erica. Well,
Yeah, I'm
now,
talking as
but
of
I'm
right
telling
now.
you,
Right
people
now, it's just
here
casting.
To
no,
be
I can say because I
honest,
live in LA. People knew
Erica
of her because her
Girardi,
husband was on the radio.
no offense to Erica
Yeah.
Girardi, but since Lisa's gone, she could go too. I like her, but
I've been saying that for years.
she doesn't yeah, you're right. And if they're all friends, there's a certain chemistry there, and these people aren't friends. They barely know each other. They
That's
come
why I
in
think
with
Miami
a
works.
agenda, like that girl Courtney. She definitely just went after Kenya and Candy for no reason. So Atlanta's just messed up. It's just messed up.
I think that's
Anyway,
why Miami works.
sound off really quickly, Denzel.
What's up, Sherelle, Perry, and everybody? How y'all doing?
Hi.
Doing good. Hey.
You know, I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I like, you know, I love Candy, I do, but I will say this, Sherelle, if you don't like Candy, that's how you feel, and that's your business. If you think Candy is boring, that's how you feel, and we can't get mad at that,
Right.
you know, and if it does Candy really do have a troll farm?
That's what they're saying. They're saying that
Allegedly.
to be fair, that all the franchises use them, and you can probably pick out which women use them. And it came out the year with Lisa Rinna and Erica. Can't remember. Oh, Diana. Yeah, they've been using farms. But to be fair, the rumor was if Andy finds out that you're using them, you're gone.
They get fired.
But Teresa Giudice just got caught, and she's not fired yet.
Oh, wait a minute. She's in one allegedly?
With her that I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I like Teresa, but he should really be serious about them troll farms, because
Well,
now
they
they're
said-
messing up.
Andy said that the reason why it wasn't on Teresa is because Teresa didn't do it. It was Louis that did it.
Same thing, don't you think?
Well, I think it's the same thing, but I'm just telling you how he twisted it. He said he don't have a contract with Louis. He said he's only on the show because he's married to Teresa. He said, but Teresa didn't do what Louis did. I'm just telling you what he said on TV.
Louis should
That's
show up on no
bullcrap.
damn show.
Exactly.
Can I ask you something, Sherelle?
I think it's mean-spirited when they hire these troll farms. It takes away from the show. Like,
That's true.
when if I feel a way about you on the show, it should be organic, it should be real. I hate it when they plot what's going to happen before the season begins. That started with the Lisa Vanderpump years. I hate that. I hate it when they team up now and there's alliances. Nobody helps anybody. It's all about the fight. And that's the formula for the housewives now. And it's old and tired.
Can I say something
that's
real
not
quick?
good.
I think who initially introduced that, and it's not it only became because I just started watching the early years of it. The person who I feel like introduced that formula was Tamara. Because if you remember at the early first 2 seasons of OC, it was kind of like a docu-series of these women in their lives. It was actually entertaining because it's like you actually got a glimpse of to these people's lives. But it wasn't until they brought Tamara on to where it literally was like night and day. So it shifted from, this group of friends that were living in this community. They might have been living in different parts of the county, but
the franchise is just messed up on so many levels. Even though I love Kenya, I think she's beautiful, but hiring boyfriends, come on. It's ridiculous.
But I do agree with someone.
Allegedly.
I recently saw someone, and you know what? This is where, I get caught in a rock and a hard place too. Is I do agree though that I think at this point Kenya's story has been told. We've seen, Candy.
Yeah.
So
if you're not going to talk about what
Kenya too. Kenya doesn't have anything else. What story does she have?
That's it.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's it.
Oh, speaking of which,
fell off into the sunset.
Another point with her too is how people, or how she's quick to defend her bringing Brooklyn on her trips and everything because she's a working mom and she can't take time off from that. Remember how she was always giving Kim Fields the business about bringing her kids on the trips?
Yeah.
Let's look at how that played out. Look at that.
Can I ask you a question?
I really think, hold on one second. I really think that if Portia, Nene, and the new boyfriend Yoni and the forever broke friend Peter Thomas,
that would
funny. Make a great. He's forever broke. I love him. And Perry, you need to let go of your. You need some kind of psychiatrist or therapy about Peter Thomas. It's time to let it go.
Oh no!
Oh, that was shade.
No. I mean, Peter is like the housewives. He's there for my entertainment.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something, Sherelle? Do you because I like the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but maybe it does need a reboot. Do you like the Real Housewives of New York City reboot?
I do. I feel like I'm getting to know the girls. Am I the only one on the panel that likes New York?
I like it.
New York. I like it so far.
Yeah, it's nice to get to. The best part of any reality show is when they're open and you go on this journey with them.
Right.
Like when Bethany Frankel, I'm not rich, I'm poor. I want to be rich one day. And you go on and you start pulling for them. But all this fighting, going back and forth was old. But then to make matters worse, now you guys are plotting but off camera. It's just
alliance.
Not magic anymore. It's horrible.
Yeah. Can I say one more thing?
Oh, go ahead. Denzel.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead, Denzel.
Darrell? Yeah. This is my opinion. If the Real Housewives of New York City reboot do well, this is my opinion. If the Real Housewives of New York reboot do well, I think that Bravo is going to probably reboot the other Housewives shows.
And they should. Yeah.
They're kind of probably still.
Okay, what were you going to say, LaShawn?
I was gonna say too, this is the thing that a lot of these reality TV shows and owners and producers need to think about is vloggers really do create a clear pathway to their shows. Because you have like 400 and some thousand subscribers, and the number of people that are in your live chats and the people that view the show, your live shows once they've already been done. These are all individuals that you're talking about content from these shows, which leads people to be, if I haven't been watching it, I'm gonna go check it out because I want to see what's going on. You guys are like free marketing. Free marketing to these reality TV programs. So I'm not understanding. I feel like they need to be a little bit more vigorous and more intentional about the punishment that they hand down to these stars. That is just period. That's like if you play the lottery and you are an employee of the lottery system, they want to know who your family is, and if you won, are you related to somebody that worked for the lottery? You know what I'm saying? Like this is something that needs to be taken into consideration. If you're signing up and you're signing a contract with Bravo to be on a reality TV show, nobody from your family better not even think about going and hiring one of these little farm things.
The troll farm is a whole new kind of low. But also too, It's just people's opinion. I've seen reality TV stars, and in the beginning, I don't like them, but then they show me who they are, and then I'll change my mind. So that is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's how you get a feel of what people are thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Is when you come to these
Exactly.
shows. Okay, they like this, they don't like that about me, but she doesn't want you to say anything, and then the girl goes for your job. I will never like Candy. I have no respect for her. She's fake, and if we knew who the real Candy was, we probably would be shocked because I don't know if I'm a prude, but for me, Grusak stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm not into it. I don't want to know about it. It's weird.
But the thing is with that though. My thing is your behind knew you was into that stuff. So why you went so hard against Phaedra when she bought this stuff
That's the whole
out?
thing. I really took it personal. She's just weird. Candy's just mean spirited. She's mean spirited, and I think because we don't know who the real Candy is. Her true nature is kind of quiet. The smart one, kind of quiet, and you can get respect for that. But all of a sudden, she wanted to be the main character. It's just not her personality. I don't know.
Because she want to be in control. That's who she is.
Yeah.
She wants to be in control.
Anyway, let Judgy sound off.
All right. So I think the reason why Candy wants control is because she hasn't had control in anything else. This is the final.
What do you mean by that?
I mean by that is because she didn't have control about her daddy leaving her mama. She didn't have control about her brother being shot. She didn't have control over like voting out who's going to be in the group. The sisters used to team up against her and Tiny about different things. Now, then when she got on the show, she had to go up against Nene, and she couldn't get her way over Nene. And then finally now, after all these years, she's finally on top. So she's going to try and grab everything she can to control her image, because now she has full control over it.
Perry, you keep saying that about Candy too. What do you mean when you...
I agree with her 110%, and the only thing I can say about that is... It's true. Look, take your mind off the plotted shows they come on with every week. Look at her personality, the things she do. She's very controlling, very hard worker. I won't take that from her. Very smart, but she can't take criticism. And just like a dictator, when they get up to that pedestal, everybody's supposed to bow down to them, even the bloggers. You don't say nothing wrong that I've ever done. That's what I see of Candy, and I feel like the things that she acquired now is only because of her money and her fame. And
she's done some real twisted shit to bloggers, and I'm not the only one. The one I think she really just disrespects is, I don't want to bring it up, but there's a whole group of bloggers that don't like her, and it's because she's done just vile things to them behind the scenes, and it's just time for her to go.
That should be her reason to bow out then. Yeah, that should be her reason to bow out. If she's tired of having to, constantly defend her image, Candy, I have no issues with you, but if you're tired of constantly having to defend your image to these people and trying to control the narrative, maybe it's time to bow out.
Right. Why should you have to defend your image? Just be who you are. That's what makes reality TV special.
I agree with you, because I think the problem is like people keep forgetting is that this fame door, you can't just open and close it. Once you decide that you want to be living in this glass house, people get to choose 24/7 they want to be at that glass house. You can't be going around here closing windows, hiding things over here, hiding things there.
Right.
Everything's going to come out into the light. What's done in the dark always comes to the light. Another thing about these troll farms, honestly, to me, them stating that like him giving the grace for Teresa because of Louis and all that stuff is another attribute of racism to me, because I don't he would not give the same courtesy, because they fired Kenya for getting married off camera, for just getting married.
Wait, let me hear what you're saying. You're saying that, so repeat it. I don't understand what you're saying.
So I'm saying Andy is showcasing racist behaviors because he's allowing Teresa to come back on the show, even though Louis did that with the farms, and they're married. And we also know that these housewives are giving a portion of their salaries to their husbands, so she's paying him to do that.
Right. I like Teresa. A lot of people don't, but she needs to be fired. It should be all the way across the board. And it is can appear to be very racist that you very strict on the black housewives and then they get away with murder.
Yeah.
You said, Andy Cohen, that you were going to fire anybody you found out was using a troll farm. You need to stick to that. Because it's ruining the value of your show and it's unnecessary. Like they're hiring troll farms and private investigators on each other. Like what? It's just.
Now I'll say this, Sherelle. I'll say this too, right? I'm gonna go back to Candy for a second. Now, the reason why Candy stooped to these levels, because she feel like she got to have it. Being on the Housewives of Atlanta is Candy's power. Now, if you take her off this show, and she did something great on Broadway, who would give a damn? Let's keep it real. I would.
Yeah.
I probably would never hear of it, right? So she needed for her power. That's why she was stooped to these levels. That's why allegedly she got these other bloggers basically as her mods and all this stuff.
That's crazy. I didn't know. That's crazy.
To control them. It's to control them.
Yeah,
if you want to continue a mod and be associated with me, you're gonna have to say good things. And it can become their pit bull, her pit bulls too, to send her out to attack other people who have something negative to say about her.
That's so crazy.
And that's probably too, Sherelle, why she like to do that crazy sex stuff is because she's demonstrating control.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's
Maybe.
sick.
Yeah,
But
that's why she
that's
doesn't
definitely
drink. It's very creepy.
yeah.
It's very creepy to me. It's very creepy. But it's really weird because Tiny gets accused of the same thing. I like Tiny, but that whole sex stuff with her and Tia, it's just
it makes you look at them differently.
It does.
It's very dark. Yeah.
It's very bizarre. Like,
and the
people
other
in
thing
Hollywood are weird.
Yep. And the other thing too with Candy is that, sometimes when people get to a certain level of success, they don't want nobody around them but yes people.
Thank you.
They don't want nobody around them but yes people. They don't want to see their flaws. They don't want you to see their flaws. They want to present themselves as they're, perfect and they got everything going on. So she's got the control issue, the unforgiveness issue, and then she's got the unteachable. She is not a teachable person. She can't accept any type of criticism. You are on her list if you do.
Crazy. Out of her mind.
I also wonder if these businesses are as successful as we are assuming that they are, or is she just floating all of this stuff with her royalties?
You know what? Let me
to
tell
make
you what.
it look like she's a big businesswoman.
That's a good question.
If Candy was to leave this show next year, don't come back on this show, you're gonna see that little damn restaurant go down. It's gonna be a liquor store.
That's what I think too.
Yeah.
I honestly don't believe that she has the money that we are assuming that she has, and that's why she's doing all of this. I think that because that's what Tamara was doing with that gym. Sometimes these businesses are to give them a persona on the show, but they're not actually making money.
Right. And that's another downfall about the Housewives franchise. Everyone's pretending to be rich. They're living a fake life. Oh, I'm so over the Housewives. They're not as rich as they say that they are. Everything's a lie. And I'm just over it, really. I was just getting ready to go, Emmanuel. Sound off really quickly.
Hey, Sherelle. Hey, everybody. I've been listening. I just wanted to call in to tell you, Sherelle, that what Sebastian said earlier is 100% true. When Candy... I was on her speak on it one time, and in her live chat, it's true. There are
don't name names.
No, I won't. But they are very big bloggers who are part of her mods. So to me, it just says a lot that the only way people are going to talk good about you is if you either buy them or if you threaten them. I mean, what does that say about you? And I agree with what everybody said. Candy needs to go. She hasn't been present. And it's funny to me that this is the same stuff that the women were blaming Nene of. They were saying, you're never around. You're never around. And Candy isn't treating this as a priority. She's not showing up. And that's called being a part-time employee. So how is it that the friends of the show have been showing up more than Candy?
Because the people on the show have nothing else to do.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Manetta
kidding.
and Courtney, even though I don't care for them, they've been on the show more than Candy has.
I don't care for them either. I think Manetta's pretty, but I'm not getting it. Like, I don't know why she's on the show. I really don't. It's crazy. But as a whole, I am frustrated with Housewives. It's lost its magic. But the problem is we have nothing else to watch. Nothing.
Do you think part of it has to do with social media? Because obviously this wasn't how, in addition to the troll farms, because I don't think this is how it was. Because when I first started watching Atlanta, this was like midway of season 9. So I mean, I remember every Sunday I would be rushing.
Yeah.
Sunday at 5 I'd be rushing to
But
watch
here's
it.
the thing,
Now
David,
I honestly
nothing lasts
forgot
forever.
there was
Nothing
an
lasts
episode
forever.
on yesterday. Yeah.
Like, people start out watching Atlanta, they probably was in grade school and now they're in college. Like, it's just too long. It's just too long. And it's just a mess.
So then maybe
But
a
I am
reboot
glad
is-
Candy's gone. I mean, allegedly. Everything's alleged.
she gone?
Everything.
Is she gone?
No,
I forgot
mean,
there was an episode on last night. How was it? Was it good?
It was better than the previous episodes, but it was just a lot of arguing. They argued about a 3-year-old
this time?
storyline about Drew
Bolo
kissing
again?
Latoya.
Yeah, they're still talking about Bolo from
It's
years
so
ago.
weird. Like, stop. Oh, it's just crazy.
What's the?
But,
That's crazy.
I think it's just them trying to talk about anything at this point because I feel like, especially with this trip that they're on in Portugal, I feel like every other scene when they're sitting down, it's just like a weird. Just like another thing too that I feel like needs to be worked out is they need to start with production too, because apparently they have the same producer that produces Potomac on this show, and I've heard that he's really dragging it into the dumps. So I think production also needs to be helped. I'm not even sure if there's any more producers that are still on the team now that were there in its heyday. See what I'm
I
saying?
don't think so either. I don't think
I think
so.
there's producers that understand what Atlanta was and what it was in its glory days. And I feel like they might have just got like new producers from since what season? When did it started losing its aura? Was it season 10?
It was right after they got rid of Carlos.
When do you guys
Just went
so
down.
season 10? When do you guys think it stopped getting good? Because I feel like for me it was like season
10.
11ish. You think so?
Yeah.
When
I feel like it
Pedro
was
left.
season 11 to 12.
Old. I hope Carlos brings something back. I always give his shows a try, but reality TV as a whole, I don't know.
It's changed.
It's just
Yeah.
going down.
It's all about
Anyway,
drama.
you guys, I still have to come back. We got to talk about Jocelyn getting arrested. We got to talk about Cardi B now getting charges pressed on her. You can't throw nothing at me. No. And if you guys notice that when people give concerts these days, they keep throwing things on stage. They threw a cell phone at one girl, and it's just, I don't know what's happening.
Wow.
So,
yeah, it's
so
crazy.
I got to come back. So I got to end it here. All right, you guys. Thank you for.
Thank you.
Well, it's fun.
Yeah, it was a good conversation. We'll be back next week because it's almost over. Atlanta's almost over, and then
Thank God.
I'm waiting for Potomac. I'm ready for Potomac to come back.
Potomac is
Me
the
too.
new it show. It just is. We gave Atlanta a shot. Thank you guys for the good years. Now it's time for y'all to go.
Yeah, we gave them 3 years. Actually.
All right, you
3
guys.
years.
Thank you for all coming on. That was a great conversation, by the way. I think that we gave Bravo a lot of ideas. Save your own self. Save yourself, Andy. Save yourself. Everyone, don't forget to click that like button on your way out. If I didn't get to your call backstage, I do apologize. I'm simply out of time. Maybe I'll try it again next week to recap. They're asking another recap. We'll see how it goes. On 3, everybody, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
This shit, I'm